Okay, today we have another beer from Bell's Brewery in Comstock, Michigan. This is, I believe, the third or fourth review of a Bell's beer that we've had so far, and hard to believe that I haven't done the Two-Hearted Ale nor Hop Slam yet, which are basically the two huge quintessential beers that Bell's has on stock. This one is their Kalamazoo Stout, which is an American stout. As we covered before, American stout's a little more rich in taste, more chocolatey, more malty than their English counterparts or Irish counterparts as well. So the Americanized take on the stout, usually people enjoy a little bit more as a whole than the kind of dry Irish stouts that are out there, the Guinnesses and the Murphys and stuff like that. Although there are quite a few people that still enjoy those other ones too, and they're pretty much macro brewed beers, at least Guinness is. So we're going to try Kalamazoo Stout. Kalamazoo, I believe, is a town in Michigan that I believe they have their own brew pub there, Bell's does. So I don't know whether this was invented at the brew pub or somewhere else, who knows. But it is a roasted flavored kind of Americanized stout, and as we pour it in here, we see a very jet black pour. No big surprise there. I'd be surprised if it wasn't a jet black pour being a stout. And as we see, this big foamy, kind of chocolatey, caramelly kind of head is bubbled up, and the bubbles are kind of dissipating down into the beer, which kind of lets this level of black rise, as you see right here. So I'm expecting a very frothy, kind of full-bodied brew, and something that probably is going to be a flavor bomb. And that's just my prediction. Let's grab a whiff of it right here. Definitely getting the chocolate tones. A very, very subtle-ish kind of roasted kind of tone to it as well. Malted, chocolatey, yet not as overpowering as some other stouts can be. So it's just a very pleasant aroma to the senses. And subtle. I think the key word there is subtle. It's not a harsh kind of smell to it either. So almost getting a dessertish quality to this beer as far as the aroma goes. So let's grab a taste and see if that follows up on the palate. I'll tell you what, this head is going nowhere, but as I taste this, I'm getting a flavor bomb. As soon as you taste it, the chocolate kind of hits you. And when the chocolate kind of dissipates, then you get the roasted kind of flavor in the back of your tongue. And this is kind of more along the lines of a Europeanized stout, at least the aftertaste of it is. The forefront of the taste, however, is very Americanized, very chocolatey, maybe a hint of coffee in there as well, but such a small hint that it's barely noticeable. It's not going to taste like your morning brew at all, but a very, very full kind of taste. We'll grab another taste of it. Getting the same thing on the second taste. It's a very chocolatey kind of taste as soon as you kind of delve into it, and then it kind of dissipates into a bit of a roasted kind of malted taste. So this is a beer that, by the way, 6% alcohol by volume, which Americanized stouts kind of fall between that 5 and 7 range, a little bit higher than the European counterparts. So this is right in the middle there. This beer, the stouts I'm not usually the biggest fan of. Americanized stouts I like a little better, if you hadn't noticed by the dissertation earlier. But this one is definitely on the higher echelon, I think, of American stouts. So I will give Bell's Kalamazoo Stout an 8 out of 10.